Now, hang on a second here, Bitcoin holders. I had been told that all this selling was going to result in unending bearishness. Everything was going to go to zero, that no one was going to show up to buy, that ETF buyers were all going to capitulate and sell the bottom, that they would not be buying Bitcoin on value. Well, we're seeing some very interesting things that are not that happening. Very interesting. We're going to break this down for you today. Lots of altcoin news, lots of exciting things happening in the markets. We got a good show, so make sure to stick around, stay tuned, and of course, hang out to the second half of the show if you'd like to get your questions answered. We're trying to answer as many of those as we can in the time that we have available. So let's first off take a look at this. Now, we will be drinking some tasty German sparkling water here as a tribute to Germany's economy for fumbling intergenerational wealth for the country. What are you doing, Germany? What are you doing? Don't get it. Anyway, governments can't trust them. They make terrible decisions. That's obvious all the time. Anyway, right now, in their address, they have about 13,000 Bitcoin left. Now, they've just made a big deposit to exchanges, so that's not all been sold yet. However, guys, they're almost out of Bitcoin. I mean, come on. A few more days like this, and Germany's going to be out of Bitcoin. Look, the market's already pricing in the fact that they're almost out of Bitcoin. Realistically, not a big deal anymore, is it? Their Bitcoin stash is almost gone. So see you later, Germany. Thanks for playing. Thanks for redistributing your coins. We all appreciate that. Then, of course, we have Mt. Gox Bitcoin to deal with. Again, bark worse than the bite. Not that big of a deal, in my opinion. It's going to be just fine. You watch, okay? We'll be fine. So there's that. And U.S. Silk Road Bitcoin, again, also not a big deal. Working with U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals are working with Coinbase to help mitigate this damage on selling that and to get the best price and all that sort of jazz. So, hey, there we go. There we go, guys. It's almost over. Now, the thing that not a lot of people are really paying attention to in all of this story, of course, is that those ETFs are continuing to suck up supply with the big old just slurping sound. $294 million on Monday, $216 million on Tuesday. We're seeing, I think some big numbers are already starting to get released for Wednesday. So the buyers are here. They are buying up that Bitcoin. BlackRock is buying the Bitcoin. I love this that got shared from Arkham Intelligence. So look at this. This is the German government selling off their Bitcoin. Of course, lots going out to the big exchanges, right? And then this, look at this. This is Coinbase here in the middle. These are all BlackRock buys here. Look at all the BlackRock buying. BlackRock is loving Germany selling their Bitcoin. Loving it. Loving it. BlackRock holds 312,000 Bitcoin. They did not sell any coins during the recent Bitcoin drawdown. Fascinating. Very interesting. Bitcoin ETF holders largely held through the downturn and have been buying up under $60,000. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. That's great. Eric Balcoon is saying, I'm pushing back on the misconceptions of ETF investors for many years now, that they are dumb money, that they are weak hands. They've actually been shown to be smart money, strong hands. You can see it over and over in the data, especially in stocks. Obviously, they are all ages. Boomers is just a fun label to tag them with because regarding Bitcoin. However, it's very interesting to see that the ETF buyers, a lot of it's institutions and stuff. I know there's a lot of retail in there too, but smart retail potentially, just because you're a lawyer or a dentist or whoever buying Bitcoin doesn't mean you're just going to capitulate the first second to see a sign of trouble. Some of these people might have been Bitcoiners for a long time or just in markets for a long time. They understand how to value things and how to hold on to value. So that doesn't mean that Bitcoin ETF sellers or holders are never going to sell. Of course, when prices get right, they will take profits, especially all the institutions and the funds and whatever playing the Bitcoin game right now with ETFs. But pretty gosh darn cool, okay? Pretty gosh darn cool. S&P 500 hitting a new all-time almost every week for a couple of months, and RSI has reached 85 overbought. Time for market correction, more selling pressure in crypto. That'll be, of course, the grand irony, won't it? once stock markets decide to cool down a little bit, which they will. You can't keep pumping like this relentlessly forever. Stock markets cool down, and then crypto's probably going to correlate again. Oh, now we're going to be a correlated asset, or not. Maybe we uncorrelate and we go up. Everybody says, well, stocks are not the game now. Let's all go and plow our cash into Bitcoin. Maybe. I would love to see it. So would you. Hey guys, this is, I remember we were talking about yesterday, the thesis that, well, you know what, maybe mid 2025 going to be the time to get out of the markets. Regardless, by the end of 2025, you're going to want to be out of the markets, regardless of whether it comes earlier in 2025 or not. Most likely by the end of 2025, you're going to want to have sold basically everything and walked away from this market. Not financial advice, but apparently Baba Vanga, she's been gone for like 25 years now or something like that. One of her predictions was that the end times were going to start in 2025. Yep. It's old blind Bulgarian fortune teller lady. Where do these stories come from? I don't know, but I thought, hey, that fits my bias. I don't want the end times to start, but a market crash is fine as long as I've taken profits before that. The end times is a bit extreme, though. Maybe we don't need the Armageddon here, Baba Vanga. All right. Anyway. That's just for the funnies, guys. Bitcoin, of course, still struggling right now. Look at this. Look at this. Again, we're repeating the exact same thing that I said yesterday because nothing has fundamentally changed. Okay? We had a nice rally yesterday, and I posted on Twitter, hey, this is exciting, but let's see that daily close above 58K first, huh? Here we are. We had a nice rally up. $59,450. Nice. Nice. Of course, daily candle closes are important because we did not close the daily candle above $58,000. And that continues to be the area of interest for me. When we get a nice, fat, solid green candle with some volume backing it up above the 200-day exponential moving average, game on, baby. Game on. Until then, we are consolidating right at resistance, which of course leads to problems. If we wake up tomorrow and the S&P 500 is down 2%, then Bitcoin could go back down and retest this area. It's not off the cards right now, okay? However, if we can, in the next few days, rally up here, this could be the spring for the Wyckoff reaccumulation chart pattern. We've got a video coming out on that in about 12 hours or something. So if you want to learn some more on that, go and check that out, okay? Anyway, 58K, it's the line to beat, man. That 200-day exponential moving average is our resistance right now. 58K is our resistance right now, or, 58K zone, right? That is where we want to see the price rally above. It's coming. It's coming. Just question of when. Not today. Hey, real quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is Apex Pro. So if you want to be doing some on-chain trading without any KYC, you might want to look into Apex Pro. So you can come over here, connect your wallet. There's a link in the description. Go crack on that link. Okay, check it out. All you have to do, come over here, connect your wallet, and you stay in charge of your funds the whole time. This is a decentralized exchange. Remember, this is one of the biggest decentralized exchanges in the world right now. Deep liquidity, directly backed by Bybit, which is one of the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchanges. So if you want to come over here and trade futures with no KYC, this is available to most people out there, then this is a great option for you. And of course, they have all kinds of great coins available to trade, Ethereum and Avalanche and Pepe and lots of other great stuff, as you can see right here. So if you'd like to start enjoying KYC-free trading on-chain, and on-chain is where the future is, baby. It's where the future is. If you haven't tried on-chain trading, maybe this is a time to try on-chain trading. Of course, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, obviously, you can find a link down below in the description. We can give Apex a try today. If you want to try it out, just start small, put $10 in, have a play around, see if you like it or not. Thanks again to Apex for sponsoring today's video. So let's continue. Inflation numbers coming in, well, soon. And it's going to be a very defining moment. I know we always say it's always going to be a defining moment. Oh my gosh, Mr. Harry Lasagna. Been on chain since barter decks, man. Hey, shout out to anybody in here who ever used Ether Delta, the worst decentralized exchange ever in the day, but it was one of the earliest decentralized exchanges. And even though it was unbelievably terrible, we still bought some shit coins back there in the day, man. That was a good time. Anyway, CPI is coming, okay? So that is the inflation numbers, the official inflation numbers. Trueflation already is showing that inflation's actually under 2%. Official government numbers behind. So these are the estimates from a variety of financial institutions. Mark Cause Exchange. Yeah, I remember that back in the day, man. I do. Oh, the stuff we have seen over the years. Crazy. Anyway. TD Bank and Scotiabank both saying 3%. The vast majority of banks here, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Barclays, BNP Paribas, Nomura, investing.com, all saying 3.1%. All of those predictions, if true, bullish. Bullish for the cryptocurrency markets. Crypto will like this because it means that inflation is continuing to cool and it puts more pressure on the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates in September. Currently a 70% chance of lowering interest rates in September. So keep an eye out for that. Now, Morgan Stanley, bearish take 3.5%. Inflation has gone up. I guess there's got to be one, right? There's always going to be the one guy who's like, no, you're all wrong. If Morgan Stanley's right, bad news bears. That means we could see even higher for longer rates, because then Jerome Powell say, well, you know what? It's not working. We've been crushing the economy with these high interest rates, and it's just not working. Consensus seems to say that it's going to be lower. So let's see. Anyway, it's a big moment. And as long as it's below 3.1%, rate cuts are coming, baby, in September, and that's going to be bullish for the markets. Now, let's talk about the Ethereum ETF. Minutes, moments, seconds, milliseconds, though probably days to weeks away, but it's coming. I know the SEC's been dragging their feet because they're a bunch of sore losers, but anyway, we're going to get there eventually. James Seifert, ETF analyst, saying half of mentions today are people saying Ethereum ETFs getting 20%, which is his base case. He says 20% of the flows of Bitcoin. People saying that's too low or it's super bearish. Then the other half is talking about how 20% is uber bullish and going to send Ethereum to the moon. No one knows anything. It's true. But if we get $3 billion in inflows into Ethereum in the next 6 months, in my mind, that sounds pretty damn bullish. Just me, but that sounds pretty damn bullish, right? Adriano Faria saying ETH ETFs are on the verge of launching, completing the bull trifecta. We have regulatory clarity. Ethereum is classified as a commodity. And actually, a lot of coins are now being classified as commodities because of Ethereum's a commodity, Solana's a commodity. The CFTC came out today and said that, according to their opinion, 70 to 80% of coins are actually going to be commodities. Okay? Think about that. So that's the vast majority of stuff in the cryptocurrency markets. That's your Solana. That's your Dogecoin. That's, whatever else stuff. Most of the coins are commodities, not securities. Anyway, Adriano goes on. Trusted financial instrument, spot ETFs for Ethereum, social proofing. Larry Fink, mainstream media, others will be advocating for Ethereum, educating the market on smart contracts, on digital economy dominated by ETH. They'll be discussing stablecoins. They'll talk about tokenization. They'll talk about decentralized exchanges. They will highlight Ethereum's superior fundamentals, cash flow, issuance yield compared to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, reaffirming ETH as best in class. Mainstream media will start talking about the flippening. Oh, the flippening, one of our favorite topics around here. And a wide amount of flippening talk, of course, usually marks some kind of local moment for Ethereum. Anyway, all very interesting takes here. Now, that being said, don't count Solana out. Solana's seeing huge amounts of money. I think we've seen almost $1 billion of USDC coming into Solana over the past week. A lot of money coming in on chain. Watch out for meme coins there, okay? Solana activity skyrocketing. Look at this. It just flipped Ethereum in 7-day DEX volume. Now, it's had a lot of single days where it's beat Ethereum, and even sometimes like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, like Arbitrum combined. But now we have 7-day volume. Crazy, crazy numbers here. Look at this. Look at this. Crazy numbers here. So that's very, very impressive. 24 hours winning, weekly winning, not by a lot on the 7-day, okay? Not by a lot, okay? We're at 14 billion versus 13.8 billion, but still, look at the trend. It keeps happening more and more. And I started talking about this the first day that we saw Solana flip Ethereum in volume. Just, hey, first day, but it's going to happen again. And then it started happening more frequently and more frequently. And then it started doing so much volume some days that it was more than the next 2 or 3 chains combined. And now it's beating Ethereum on the weekly basis. And then it'll be on the monthly basis, and then so on and so forth. Okay. You can ignore Solana if you want, but the market is not. Hey, by the way, if you've been farming the Sanctum airdrop, we've been talking about this in the newsletter. I started farming this one, I don't know, a few months ago, put my 20 Solana or whatever over there and have been farming this with that. So it's coming up here soon. There'll be a listing soon, the airdrop soon, all that kind of stuff. So if you've been farming that, keep an eye out for that to release the token here. Hey, by the way, all that talk on asset tokenization stuff, it's interesting. Goldman Sachs will be launching 3 different tokenization projects this year. Satoshi Flipper saying Chainlink enters the room. Chainlink has definitely got the perfect positioning for massive appreciation once people start really clicking onto what it is that they're doing with CCIP and all this stuff. And I know it's hard. It's hard learning about stuff. Gonna get to me learned on that stuff there, man. I know. Most of the markets like, oh, look, that one's got a dog picture. I love dogs. Let's buy that coin. I know. But at some point, real technology in the market will start being valued again, right? Or is it just memes and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana that's like, that's it, nothing else. Screw AI, screw gaming, screw cool infrastructure. Nah, man, just memes. Maybe. Kind of feels like that some days. Hey, real quick shout out for our Aerodrome bags. By the way, I own Chainlink, okay? You want to see full portfolio disclosures? You can find that in the description here on YouTube, pinned comment on X. You'll also find a risk statement down there. So not only all the cryptocurrencies that I hold, but you can also find a risk statement because guess what? Investing in cryptocurrency is risky. You can lose all your money just because I buy things. I mean, you should buy things, so on and so forth. Okay, please be smart when you're investing in this highly volatile, highly risky asset class. Now, that being said, I also own Aerodrome. Nansen reporting this. Since Aerodrome announced that Coinbase Ventures acquired Aero tokens, they've uncovered that Coinbase Ventures, since they made that purchase, they've actually bought more. So Coinbase has been continually buying Aerodrome tokens. There, I've got about $2.7 million worth now. So think about that. Aerodrome, backed by Coinbase, the #1 decentralized exchange on Base right now. Very popular token. I feel like my Aero bags are going to be okay. Okay. I feel like it's going to be okay. But it's great to see. Great to see. Coinbase is buying more Aerodrome, guys. Come on. I'm just going to try to stay hydrated here. Stay hydrated, Lark. Okay, so Aerodrome sharing this today as well. Aerodrome volume takes flight. Aerodrome hit $1 billion in cumulative volume within the first 7 months. Then it skyrocketed to $15 billion just 3.5 months later after the slipstream pools were deployed. That's crazy, man. They have achieved $1 billion every epoch for 7 epochs straight. Huge, huge volume. Huge, huge volume. Again, I feel like at some point, the market's really going to pay attention to these more fundamentally strong coins. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Or just even meme coins, guys. I don't know. Dope Oxide saying Coinbase assets under management $100 billion. Base chain TVL $7 billion. Just wait until Coinbase starts onboarding more money on chain. Base ecosystem tokens will rip hard. That's right. My base bags are packed. We've got our Aerodrome. We've got our Brett. We've got our Benji. We're ready. We're ready for it. Quick shout out to Illuvium as well. Big bag of Illuvium. Excited about their game and the future of what they're going to bring into the market. Saying 15 days to the official Illuvium game launch. Rangers, the countdown is on. We're just 15 days away from the most anticipated event of the year, the official launch of Illuvium. Tough time to be launching market-wise for the token, but I think that this is one of those games to watch. If you've seen any of the gameplay or anything like that, looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Anyway, they say start playing today so you're ready when the action starts. They had a huge give. They're giving like $25 million in Illuvium tokens or something like that. We talked about that a few times here on the channel. I hope you guys were paying attention to that if you're interested in gaming and you went and checked it out. Anyway, pretty cool to see their game launch coming up. Very excited for them. And another thing in the gaming space, now this is actually a private sale that I just invested in, but they are coming out to the market soon. So if you want to learn more about them, now's maybe a time to do some research on them. Of course, keep in mind that when new tokens come out, they can have a bit too much hype and then prices can correct shortly thereafter. So if you do ever consider going and adding a position to this coin, just be careful, okay? Anyway, that being said, Ready GG coming to CoinList very soon. So these guys are a Web3 gaming infrastructure play. So this is crazy. These guys, before even launching their token, they have 2,000 plus games and they have 300 million monthly active users across those 2,000 plus games. All behind that is this Web3 gaming infrastructure that's being built. So those are some pretty crazy stats. I remain an optimist on the future of gaming and crypto because I feel like we just need one game, man, to bring that excitement back again. Pakasad says the warning that Aerodrome is an experimental project is off-putting. I mean, look, it's DeFi, right? Coinbase doesn't want to say go and ape all your money into Aerodrome because a smart contract could hack. There can be exploits, and you have to understand that anytime you're using anything in DeFi, okay? Anyway, that being said, I'm very bullish on the whole gaming thesis still. I know gaming coins have been very lackluster so far this cycle, and maybe I'll be wrong. Spectacular, like I've invested truck tons of money in all kinds of gaming stuff. But I think that we will see a massive renaissance at some point for the gaming sector. Some of the most beautiful games I've ever seen coming to crypto are being built now. And when you really start to understand the mechanics of Web3 technology with gaming, they're a natural fit. A lot of people say, oh, don't put your crypto crap on top of my game, man. Why not? Why not? In-game NFTs, verifiable ownership, much more liquid markets, the ability to take assets across games, virtuous economies with tokens and stuff like that, where you actually earn like real money for playing, not just the big guys in the tournaments, but regular people can earn real money. Okay. Anyway, Ready is doing an infrastructure play on gaming, which, last cycle I invested in some infrastructure plays in gaming and most of those did not work out super well. But I don't think any were sort of as big and exciting as this one. We'll see. We'll see. RoboBucks, you can go and look the games that I'm into in my portfolio disclosures, but quite a few very interesting ones are coming out soon. Like Off the Grid looks insane. Avalon looks crazy. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. Some really, really under the radar stuff, like the guys over at Krita, which is currently trading on the market. They're doing some really big stuff. It's almost too ambitious sometimes, but it's one of those ones. Krita, in my mind, is always one of those ones that's going to be like, it's either going like 100x or it's going to zero. And I'm not decided which of those two it is yet. But when you see the kind of stuff they've been doing, looks really good. But, it's tough to build a Web3 business. It's tough to build a Web2 business, even harder to build a Web3 business to have massive success. Anyway, McKenna here saying, first pushback I hear on Web3 gaming is that Web3 games can never compete with AAA gaming consoles. Of course, some of them are actually coming to AAA to gaming consoles, like Off the Grid, Crypto Game, Avalanche Subnet. They're actually coming to. Are they already on X? I think it's Xbox. They come on Xbox or PlayStation, one of the two. But they're already lined up for that. So we're going to see these games coming there too. But anyway, he says, what if I told you over the last decade, mobile games have become the most dominant platform for gaming? It's eclipsed revenue and earned by both console and PC games combined. Crazy stuff, which again, we did this sponsored video the other day for Pixelverse, which is a tap to earn game on Telegram. Telegram's bullish. Mobile gaming's bullish. These sort of airdrop farming opportunities are bullish, right? There's lots of potential there for people. Okay. Anyway, the gaming thesis is there. I just don't think it's played out yet massively in crypto. Okay. Let's open up the floor for some questions. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about today? Don't sleep on Cardano this cycle. I know they've been doing some big stuff. I have to look more into their, what are they doing? They're doing a hard fork. Was it the Chang hard fork? Did I see that? Anyway, they're doing a big hard fork right now. I'm not following Cardano as closely as I probably should, but they're doing a big hard fork. So big things are happening over at Cardano. I hope that it is able to catalyze some excitement about it, right? Psychiatrist says Dogecoin is magical thinking if thinking it's going to go to $12. Give it a cycle or two. You never know. Your psychiatrist is wrong, okay? Yoga girl, I'm so glad the lives are back. I'm glad the lives are back too. I really enjoy doing live streams, guys. So I'm glad that you enjoy them as well. I have fun talking to you guys. It's a great time. Great time. It's just too hard on holidays. In the future, I'll think about how to get really nice, solid internet connection. I always find it, go to hotels and stuff, and it's crap, and you get mobile connections and they're crap. And anyway, so you got to have a good connection for doing streaming. Where are we up to? Thoughts on AVAX? I remain an AVAX bull. I think it's got great potential. I know it's not the most hyped chain by far this cycle. Right now, your big hype cycle chains, Solana, obviously, Base, obviously, Telegram Open Network, okay? That's tier one, 100%. You could put Ethereum in there. I don't know. Ethereum's kind of its own beast, but Ethereum still gets adequate hype, especially the Ethereum broader ecosystem. You can account Base and zk Sync and all that crap in there, but layer two, well, let's say not like tier two stuff right now in terms of hype. Avalanche, definitely not getting as much hype as those other ones, but still gets hype, still gets attention. Sui, people are talking a lot about that. Aptos and Say, I don't know if they're tier two or tier three. Polkadot's in there somewhere. Oasis, a lot of coins out there struggling for attention right now. There's only so many users and there's only so much money in crypto, and there's way more blockchains and applications than money and users, let's say, to come up to in any meaningful way. And people tend to catalyze towards the winners. So the winners keep winning and new players have a hard time competing against those incumbents. There's always exceptions. Base comes in and, basically eats Arbitrum's lunch to an extent. So there's always a bit of that going on. Anyway. Hoskinson is getting mechanized spider legs. I just read that Elon Musk said that the Optimus, so his Optimus robots, that you'll actually be in the future be able to take those arms and legs and be able to hook them onto people and to use them with the neural AI link. Dan A says, I feel like a lot of YouTubers are being paid to promote Solana. I mean, maybe somebody is. Sign me up. I'd love to work with some educational content for Solana. But it's funny. I actually did a video on Solana's new technology the other day because we cover news and important stuff like that here on the channel. Everybody's like, well, how much you getting paid by Solana? Like, nothing. Would it say sponsored? Did I say this is an ad? I have no problem doing sponsorships on this channel, right? And whether here or on Twitter or in the newsletter, that's part of running a business in the cryptocurrency space. We help do educational content, non-shilling stuff. Look at our Polkadot content. It's completely zero shill, right? It's just educational. Here's why their blockchain's interesting and important and some of the cool stuff that they're doing on that blockchain, right? Or any of the other stuff we do. We work really hard to make sure we have good sponsors and that we're doing good promotional educational content for them. And I don't know, maybe Solana is paying a bunch of people, but usually, look, I don't know. I haven't heard of recently anyway. I know back in the early days, Solana was paying some influencers to talk about them, but are they now? I have no idea. But I know a lot of times people just kind of think that everything's paid and some stuff's paid. And definitely, I see things that I go, well, that's paid content. Obviously, why not just say hashtag ad, man? What's the problem here? But you know, people don't. Whatever. But I haven't really seen much of that for Solana. I think Solana has kind of hit that breakaway moment where they don't really need to pay people right now to get attention. So there you have it. That's my opinion anyway. Could be wrong. Maybe they got a giant paid influencer network that I have no idea about, but I'm not in all the rooms all the time. Okay. I can't seem to activate it. Wait, what are you talking about here? I can't wait to utilize the links. Can't seem to activate it on my Phantom wallet though. Try a different browser. Try something else. You know, try a different browser. Try if you're on mobile, try it on desktop or vice versa. So play around a little bit. Wainui Mata, what's up? Just across the bay, man. Just across the bay. I've not been up to Wainui Mata in a very, very long time though. But yeah, last one out there. What is the name of the big forest out there? Anyway, went out there a couple years back and did a nice forest walk out there. It's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Brett represents Brett, man. Brett, bullish on bet. Huge bags of Brett. Holy crap. They went up a lot. Became a much bigger position than I initially thought it was going to be. But hey, you know what? Screw it. You know what I did yesterday? I bought more Brett and I bought more Benji yesterday. I know. I said, well, you know, but anyway, so I sold a couple ETH. I thought, you know what? Screw it. Bullish on ETH, obviously, but gonna sell a few ETH. Not like crazy amounts, okay? Sell a few ETH. Buy some more Benji, buy some more Brett. Yeah, are they riskier? Yeah, can I lose my money? Yeah, sure. But the upside potential, if I'm right, is much bigger than whatever the upside potential for those few ETH is going to be. And I already have pretty big bags of both Brett and Benji. So it wasn't like I'm, doubling my positions or anything. It was like, I don't know, adding 5% or something to those positions, but still bought some more yesterday. Just FYI. Where are we up to here? Try and keep up in the chat. I literally withdrew my 401k to buy more Brett. Ballsy. Everybody listening, other people's crazy risks are not necessarily something you should be doing, okay? Don't take on wild credit card debt, okay? Don't buy crypto on credit. Don't remortgage your house. It's nice to have a house to live in, okay? Don't take your kids' food money and buy crypto, okay? It's nice to have children who aren't starving to death, all right? All this kind of stuff. Nice to have retirement money, okay? Okay, guys? Invest carefully. Invest carefully, please. Don't do any crazy stuff. Trump speaking at Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Absolutely. Very exciting. Jesse's going, by the way. I don't know if anyone else is going to the Nashville Bitcoin conference, but watch out for him. He's taken the super nerdy route. I'm proud of him. It's great. Anyway, he's got a wealth mastery hat and a wealth mastery collared shirt he's going to be rocking around. So if you see him, go say hi to Jesse if you're out there at the conference, guys. But yeah, pretty cool that Trump's going to be speaking at the Bitcoin conference. I mean, look, it is 100% obvious. If you're pro crypto and you're voting in America and you're a single issue voter, and I know some people may not want to vote for Trump for a whole variety of reasons, cool. But if you're looking at just the crypto vote, it's obvious that the Republicans are making themselves the party of crypto right now. And the Democrats are the anti-crypto party. You did go full nerd, man, and I love it. I love to see it. Did you get some gems for the Magic Eden airdrop? I haven't even looked. I haven't bought any NFTs on Magic Eden in a while, but I did buy quite a few back in the day. I'll have to go check. I have so much crap going on. I have not even kept up with that, but I'll go look. If I do, it's probably not very much. That's it. The Remutaka Forest Park. Yes, beautiful spot indeed, Daniel. Beautiful spot indeed. Imagine if Trump says zero tax on all crypto profits. Yes. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Lark, do you think Brett will hit more than $10 billion? look, when it comes to talking about my bags, to predictions with meme coins, risks abound. Okay. However, my personal thought is that if base continues to be bullish as it has been, there's a great potential for Brett to hit a 10 billion plus market cap. My personal opinion, that's where I would like to actually sell and take profits at. So we'll see. No certainties in crypto, but being the number one meme on base, getting pretty good traction across social media, I think it's got a decent potential for that. No guarantees, though, okay? What is your thought on Kimbo the AVAX dog? Haven't thought about it. I know about it, but haven't really thought about it, to be honest. My only AVAX meme right now is Cock and You, and that's a very small amount. We have like $1,000 or $1,500 something worth of it for our 10x portfolio experiment. Don't know what it's worth currently, but when AVAX hype season picks back up. By the way, if you do have AVAX memes, did you know about the Trader Joe meme rush? It's actually been pretty profitable so far. We have our Cock and You from I know guys COQ. Okay, it's like rooster in French. It's classy. It's elegant. Okay, get your minds out of the gutter. Anyway, the Cock and You, it's been earning like AVAX and whatever else rewards on Trader Joe on Avalanche. So you basically deposit your meme coins there, and obviously there's risks there, of course, but you deposit some meme coins there, and you can earn some rewards for providing that liquidity. So that's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good. Lark, can you see a day at the stock market goes 24/7? I can see ETFs getting destroyed on a bad weekend and ETF sellers are stuck. I think we're heading in that direction. And I feel like that's kind of what BlackRock wants to do with their Texas stock exchange that they're about to launch. They want to start tokenizing everything, and they probably want to start going towards 24/7 markets because that's where it's going to go eventually. 100%. 100%. It's only a matter of time. David says, if you believe Trump, I'm a New Yorker. If you believe Trump, I got a bridge to say, look, this is always one of those things to keep up with in the crypto space. Not in the crypto, in the political space, is that politicians will say almost anything to get elected. But I feel like right now there's enough people and enough money behind Trump, crypto money behind Trump, that he's going to have to deliver some things for the crypto industry when he gets elected. That'll just be part of the given, because it's one thing to make a bunch of bullshit promises, but when you actually have campaign contributions making you take certain positions, let's say, then you get stuff delivered. I mean, look what the bank's been doing for decades. The crypto industry finally got smart and finally started bribing American politicians like every other industry. I have heard of MOG. We'll leave it at that. But I have heard of it. Always nice to have some cock on the side. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit. Solana is a security. What are you talking about? Solana, not a security. I'm going to put it out there now. If Ethereum's not a security, Solana's not a security. If Ethereum's not a security, Cardano's not a security, and Cosmos is not a security, and well, BNB was just deemed not to be not a security as well, and on and on and on. Most of these things are not securities, especially like the blockchain networks themselves. Those are commodities, not securities. Now, some of the applications on top are securities or will be deemed securities in the future, but the vast majority of cryptocurrency assets are not securities. That's according to the CFTC, not me, not Lark. Okay, that's the CFTC, the people who actually regulate that crap, saying that. Lark, I have $3 to $5 I can put into crypto, aiming to get $100,000 a cycle. I'm gonna assume it's $3,000 to $5,000. let's just say if you got $3 to $5, I think you need to lower your targets. Okay. We're just gonna put it out there. I mean, you probably mean $3 to $5,000. Look, the truth is that you have to start talking to yourself about what your risk tolerance is. I can't tell you what to buy or any of that kind of stuff. We can't have a conversation about risk and risk management, risk tolerance, and position sizing, and all that stuff. Because here's the thing: if you put $5,000 into Bitcoin today, best case scenario in my sort of predictions would be that $5,000 turns into about $15,000 to $20,000 by the end of the cycle. Which, hey, not bad if you've got millions, right? For the guy who's got $5,000, you know, $5,000. I know it's a lot of money for a lot of people, but chances are you can probably replace that $5,000 relatively easily in your life at some point, especially if you're a young dude. So that means then you have to start taking bigger risks, but bigger risks mean you can lose all your money. But realistically, if you want to get a 20x, it's got to be altcoins, man. And it's not, and I'm not talking about Ethereum and Solana because they're not going to 20x the cycle. You got to go a little bit further down and take bigger risks. This means you have more risk of losing all your money. See, the thing is, the Bitcoin's only going to go up, a little bit, right? But the Bitcoin's also not going to go to zero. The altcoins might go up 20x, but then they might go to zero. And that's the problem. I know, James. It's for the funnies, man. It's for the funnies. I know it's Shiba Inu, not Inu. But it's funnier to say it the other way. Guys, I know. It's just funny though. It's just funny. I'm being funny. It's like the planet's not called it's called Uranus, okay? It's called Uranus, not said the dirty way, all right? But sometimes you say it like that because it's funny. Okay, let's do a few more questions here for you guys. Well, I'm hoping. Will Benji hit $1 billion in your opinion? I'm hoping that it does. My bags are hoping that it does. We'll see. I thought AVAX. Well, maybe the AVAX meme rush has finished. I have not checked it in a few weeks, so it may have finished. So if it has finished, then apologies. It's done. I thought there was a second season though. I could be wrong on that. It might be finished, but go check out their website. You'll find out if it's finished or not. So, okay. Oh, Steven, we talked about this many times. Steven says, "Hi, Lark. I get the positives of the ETFs, but I haven't seen many people talk about the possible downside. Like, is it really a good idea letting the stock market manipulators into the hen house?" No, it's not. And this is one of the first things I was ever saying. Actually, back in when was that? 2022. Feels like a long time ago. Now it was a long time ago. I guess 2 years ago. Anyway, about this time in 2022, not a lot of people were paying attention. Everybody was kind of in despair and panic and all that stuff. But guess who was bullish on Bitcoin back then? BlackRock, because BlackRock launched a private investor fund for their Bitcoin. Now, look, I'd always been saying you got to be wary of the suits. When I saw that happen, I said, all right, we're going to get a Bitcoin ETF at some point in the not so distant future. Obviously, BlackRock's front running that. But one thing I've been saying ever since then, BlackRock is not here for the revolution. BlackRock's not here for peer-to-peer finance or empowering people, or any of that kind of crap. BlackRock's here to make a buck. And their buddies like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, these guys play the game at a different level. They are master manipulators, master baiters of, people into buying stuff. Anyway, they are not here for us, okay? And they can't trust them. These guys are just crazy market manipulators. Is what they do as part of their business model. Okay, so yeah, you're right. This is letting the fox into the hen house, but right now we got the fox looking to fatten up all the hens before it comes in the hen house. So just be ready for that as well, because people, when they talk about manipulation, it's always manipulated when the price is going down, but it's also manipulated when the price is going up. Okay. Volatility, manipulation, it cuts both ways. Lark, you need to add Ponke to your meme coin portfolio. Well, Justin, I have been thinking about that actually. We read about this in the newsletter this week, but I have been thinking about potentially adding Ponke to the meme portfolio. I like monkeys, big monkey fan. I don't know if I will, but I might. I'll uh I'll keep you guys updated. J-Man says, I don't really understand. I thought the whole principle was to get away from that kind of thing, and then everybody open arm invited them in, so it seems like they're planning something. Well, here's the thing. With BlackRock and all these other institutions coming to Bitcoin and bringing their ETF products and stuff and paperizing Bitcoin and all the other tricks and stuff that they pull, you have to understand you can open arm invite them or say, screw you guys, get away from our Bitcoin, but none of that stops them because the reality is that this is an open network and that anybody from, Joe Blow in Kansas to Mohammed in Dubai to whoever else, man, whoever else anywhere in the world, to BlackRock, to Larry Fink himself, to Michael Dell, to Donald Trump, to anybody can go out there and buy Bitcoin. And then, of course, those people can also launch products around Bitcoin and stuff like that. This is an open network of finance. And that Wall Street end of Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else will always be the suits game. But it doesn't fundamentally change the underlying technology or the disruptive power of what's been built. It just adds to the liquidity of the markets and brings some extra games with it, sure. But overall, net positive. And I like to think of it like this. BlackRock hasn't absorbed Bitcoin. It's that Bitcoin is absorbing BlackRock. Flip it around. BlackRock continue to buy Bitcoin. There was a hawk to a coin for a very brief moment in time. Thoughts on Axelar? Still holding, although I did claim my staking rewards the other day, sent those to an exchange. I will be selling those, but at a higher price. I think put in the seller for like $2. Okay, one or two more here, guys. I want to finish up for today. Will Bitcoin reach $100,000 in 2025? I think it could reach $100,000 before 2025. In 2025 feels certainly like, yeah, if we're not trading, if we're not in the 100, if we haven't hit 100K by 2025, what are we even doing here, man? I don't know, but who knows? We'll see how Q4 plays out. There could be all kinds of macro insanity still to come. We don't know. We can't predict these things. But I think once we get this big overhang cleared out, all this craziness cleared out from Germany and Silk Road and Mt. Gox, that you have to understand how wildly bullish it is that Germany and Silk Road and Mt. Gox Bitcoin is being sold right now. These are the biggest overhang events in the entirety of the cryptocurrency market. This is the thing that's been scaring people for years. Well, it's finally here. We're dealing with it and it'll be done soon. Not that big of a deal in the end. So then what do we have? We have rate cuts. We have the start of a massive liquidity cycle. We have M2 money supply going up. We have post-Bitcoin halving. We have Ethereum ETFs coming. We have Solana ETFs coming. We have all these bullish catalysts. Trump probably going to get elected by all sort of measurements right now, of course, unless the Democrats pull out, I don't know, some rabbit out of their hat that's going to beat Trump. But he's very, very popular right now. Likely to get elected, bring in a pro-crypto SEC head. He'll pass pro-crypto policies to repay all the campaign bribes that he's taken from the crypto industry, et cetera, et cetera. So 100K Bitcoin possible by the end of the year. 100K Bitcoin 2025. Yeah, let's watch out for that. Guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate all of you, appreciate all your time, and I will see you back in the next one. Peace.